Magical Butterfly Spirit here. How you guys doing? YouTube. Yeah, so this is going to be a pick a pal that I don't know what it's going to be yet. I am being intuitively guided to do a pick a pal for you. We are both going to see what it is. First off, I got the Romance Oracle cards. Could be love, but you never know. Go ahead and jump to the timestamps if you're impatient and you just want to jump ahead to your reading. But I'm being guided to talk to you guys. Um, yeah, so I have a message for someone in a twin flame relationship. I'm being told to tell you that give them time. You are being deceived into thinking they do not care for you. It's an evolution taking place, and they love you dearly, but they're also trying to follow the guidelines of what they think their life should look like. And in the aesthetic of it all, they think you do not fit into that picture. They need to learn to accept you for who you are, for how beautiful you are. And once they do, they will create a world around them where you are the center point and everyone else must fold around the world they are creating for the both of you. And as I was channeling that message, I was told this is going to be a twin flame pick a pal reading. So I'm going to go ahead and pull some cards for you guys. Okay, so that's going to be pal number 1, separation. Oh, that just flew out. Pal number 2, reconciliation. Is there pal 3? No. All right, so we have pal number 1, separation. And pal number 2, reconciliation. So go ahead and pick your pal. I'm going to start off with pal number 1, separation. I'm going to get your cards for you. I have here, I forgot the name of these, but they're awesome. I love these cards. The fairy. These are the fairy and magical creature tarot cards, and I love them. So pal 1, separation. Pal 2, reconciliation. If you guys are wondering, these candles are available in my shop. This was, well, is the Goddess Offering candle. I was doing an offering earlier for St. Bridget, and my spell candles are available in my shop as well. And also, if you'd like to become a Patreon member, check us out. Starting at $5, you can also get personal readings, and whether it's one-time personal reading or if you'd like to get monthly readings as a part of your Patreon membership. All the information is available from my shop to my Patreon to personal readings at magicalbutterflyspirit.com. Say it with me, guys. Magicalbutterflyspirit.com. All right, so pile number 1. So, ooh, inspiration. 10 of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles. I'll show it to you in a second. I wasn't expecting it to fall out like that. Shaggy, it wasn't me. This is the song, Collective Energy for pile number 1. Shaggy, it wasn't me. Honey come in and she caught me red-handed. Creeping with the girl next door. Picture this, we were both butt naked, banging on the bathroom floor. How could I forget that I had given her extra key? All this time she was standing there, she never took her eyes off me. One more. Ray J, one wish. If I had one wish, we would be the best friends. Love will never end. It will just begin. If I had one wish, you would be my boo. Promise to love you. Trust me, I'll trust you. If I had one wish, we will run away, make love all day, have us a baby. If I had one wish, I'll make you my whole life, and you be my wife. Make it right this time. Oh, and they got a lot to say. Nelly featuring Kelly, Dilemma. No matter what I do, all I think about is you. And even when I'm with my boo, boy, you know I'm crazy over you. No matter what I do, all I think about is you. Even when I'm with my boo, boy, you know I'm crazy over you. Excuse me, I just burped, but that's confirmation. And then finally, Mariah Carey, We Belong Together. I didn't mean it when I said I didn't love you, so I should have held on tight. I never should have let you go. I didn't know nothing. I was stupid. I was foolish. I was lying to myself. I could not fathom that I would ever be without your love. Never imagined I'll be sitting here beside myself. Your person, first off, got a lot to say, and they're missing you terribly. Usher, you got it bad. When you feel it in your body, you found somebody who makes you change your ways, like hanging with your crew. You said you act like you're ready, but you don't really know. And everything in your past, you want to let it go. I've been there, done it, humped around. After all that, this is what I found. Nobody wants to be alone. If you're touched by the words in this song, then maybe they'll let me move on to the cars. Beyonce, Love on Top. Honey, honey, I can see the stars. I just heard this is the last one. Honey, honey, I can see the stars all the way from here. Can't you see the glow on the window pane? I can feel the sun whenever you're near. Every time you touch me, I just melt away. Now everybody asks me why I'm smiling from ear to ear. They say love hurts, but I know it's going to take the real work. Nothing perfect, but it's worth it. After fighting through my tears. Your person, it's a confusing the visual, first off. They love you, they want to be with you, they hurt you, possibly cheated on you, but at the same time, they regret it and they talk to you in their minds a lot. They want to reach out to you. See how you have this guy reaching out to the drawing that he made? It's like it's not real, but he's desperately trying to make it real. He he or she lives in their head for you. While at the same time acting like there's nothing wrong. Like this is them in their bedroom. This is not them in public. In the public, they're out like having a good time, acting like everything is right, copacetic. Like you will never know. Like if you ran into them, they will act like they're not missing you when really they want to hug you and squeeze you and like never let you go. We have the Nine of Cups, but in reverse, along with the Page of Pentacles. I'm getting this story of they're trying to seek redemption. Like they feel like if they do something heroic, it will bring you back to them. They have a lot of fantasies about you. A lot of almost fairy tales where they feel like they're gonna swoop in and sweep you off your feet and like somehow save the situation, like I don't know, or like a made for a after school special TV movie where like something the friends are separated, but then one friend needs the other friend's help, and the other friend comes back in, and the friendship gets somehow rebonded in some kind of union because of this energy that brought them both back together, and then the friend that was feeling like left out is going to redeem themselves. There's a big redemption arc that they desperately want to be played out here. Four Pentacles. Um, it doesn't feel like you want them back. Um, Like you're ready to go. You packed up your bags. You're like, I'm out of here. But I mean, at the same time, you wouldn't be watching this reading if you were completely over them. If you truly want to be over them, you have to cut the ties. Ooh, they said be careful. There's somebody watching that can't cut the tie because this is a divine union. So they're saying it's a true twin flame, and cutting the tie will disrupt your energy as well as theirs and cause an imbalance in your life forever. So they want you to be very careful. There's some people watching who think they're in a twin flame relationship and they're not. If they want to cut those ties, they can. But for those who know they're in a twin flame relationship, you can't cut the tie. You could learn to protect your energy so you're not connecting with them. You could protect it, like put it in a treasure chest for only you to reach to have access to. But they're saying you can't cut the tide. And they're also saying unless you know for sure if you are in a twin flame relationship, don't mess with it. Don't mess with it. This is not amateur work, they're saying, when it comes to cutting ties regarding this. So if you don't know for sure if you're in a twin flame relationship or not, or if this is a karmic, um, they want you to hold off until you know for sure. Set boundaries, like I was saying earlier. Put your emotions in the treasure chest. Keep it to yourself. Protect your energy. But as far as like um, cutting the final cord, there's somebody who's going to cut the cord and they're not supposed to. Even with me warning you not to. King of Pentacles. Time I see this, I think of that movie with, I think it's David Bowie in that movie, The Limericks from the 80s. Weird movie. There's third party energy. There was somebody, I mean, I picked that up anyway when I was reading Shaggy It Wasn't Me, but there's definitely a third party energy here. So they could have cheated on you. You could have cheated on them. It could not so much be someone cheating on somebody. It could be work related, like they put work in front of you, they put their friends in front of you, they put their boys in front of you, or their girls, or I'm going to trigger somebody, but they put their kids in front of you, or you put your kids in front of somebody in front of them, and you might be thinking, as I should, but what I'm not judging. I'm just saying I'm picking that up, and it caused this interference of it caused this interference. And then we were, what was one of the songs they had? Mariah Carey. Um, Hold on, I feel like it's important. I didn't mean it when I said I didn't love you, so I should have held on tight. I shouldn't have let you go. I didn't know nothing. I was stupid. I was foolish. I was lying to myself. I could not fathom that I would ever be without your love. Never imagined I'd be sitting here beside myself. Yeah, so they regret it, but the ego, it's a strong ego. So it's like they're creating this imaginary world where it's like the best of both worlds, where they swoop in and save you. They want me to read this. I was ignoring it, but they're like, no. They swoop in and save you, but at the same time, they don't have to um say I was wrong. You know what I mean? Like it's a weird thing. Toxic, baby, can't you see? Britney Spears, toxic, baby, can't you see? I'm calling. A guy like you should wear a warning. It's dangerous. I'm falling. There's no escape. I can't wait. I need a hit, baby. Give me it. You're dangerous. I'm loving it. Too high. Can't come down. Losing my head, spinning round and round. Do you feel me now? Yeah. Their sex was good. No doubt about that. Pal one, separations. That's pretty much what I have for you. They're going to be calling you soon if they're not already in communication with you. It doesn't feel like you guys are completely out of each other's lives. Like, I wouldn't be surprised you go to school together, work together, have the same circle of friends, but there's ways for you for each other to keep tabs on each other. Maybe it's social media stalking, or maybe you guys are in communication with each other, direct communication, but you're trying to keep it platonic. But I feel like even though your card was separation, I don't feel like you guys are completely separated from each other. I feel like you guys are still in each other energy. It's just not what they want, and you're not sure what you want yet. So the guidance for you is, until you know for sure, set up boundaries, protect your energy, go about your life. And I'm being told to tell you, don't cut the cord just yet, because there's going to be somebody who's going to cut the wrong cord. When I see cords in my mind, there's different cords, different colors, and they connect you to another person. And like, when I cut a cord with somebody, like, I visualize the cord that I'm cutting, like, the color illuminates, and that's the cord I cut. And it feels like you guys are gonna just start like taking a machete and just go and cutting everything, and it's gonna be a mistake. It's gonna cause havoc in your life. So they keep saying, don't cut the cord just yet. Not to like give yourself completely over to the person. Protect your energy like you should. On a spiritual level, a 5D, 6D level, 7D level, don't cut that cord. Okay? Yet. All right. So moving on to pile number 2, reconciliations. They say go ahead and keep using these cards. I'm going to go ahead and clear my space for you guys for pile 2. Just give me a moment. I think I'm going to use this fire from the Goddess Offering Candle, because why not? Ooh. Clear off your energy, guys. A deep breath. All right. All right, all right, all right. Clear off these cards. So we can get a more accurate reading. I'm going to light the Palo Santo to bring positivity back in the room. Because as I clear the negative energy from Pal 1, not calling Pal 1 negative, of course, not. Just, the not cocostatic energy. As I clear that, I need to bring back the energy in the room, which the Palo Santo will help. All right. Ready to go. All right, Pal number 2, reconciliations. I just heard someone say, "What? What about my songs?" I'll get a song for you guys. Let's see. How to. I keep hearing the top of this song in my head from Britney Spears, but that could just be because it's catchy. I was just talking about it on Power One. We have Beyonce, best thing I never had. I wanted you bad. I'm so through with that. Because honestly, you turn out to be the best thing I never had. You turn out to be the best thing I never had. And I'm going to always be the best thing you never had. Oh yeah, I bet it sucks to be you right now. Ooh. Petty, pal, too. Petty. Ooh. We got some FU energy going on here. Genuine differences. My whole life has changed since you came in. I knew back then you were that special one. I'm so in love, so deep in love. You make my life complete. You are so sweet. No one competes. Glad you came into my life. You blind me with your love. With you, I have no sight. Oh, they said the top one. Backstreet Boys, as long as you love me. Although loneliness have always been a friend of mine, I'm leaving my life in your hands. People say I'm crazy and that I am blind, risking it all in a glance. And how you got me blind is still a mystery. I can't get you out of my head. Don't care what is written in your history as long as you're here with me. Okay, and they said the third one. 1, 2, 3. That's not the third one. They said 1, 2, 3. That is the third one. But they're saying it's not the third one. Okay. Sometimes we argue with Matt, me and my ancestors. Beyonce, ring the alarm. Ring the alarm. I've been through this too long, but I'll be damned if I see another chick on your arm. Won't you ring the alarm? I've been through this too long, but I'll be damned if I see another chick on your arm. Beyonce came out in both readings. And I'm getting this energy. Let me keep these cards out in case I have to reference them again. I'm getting this feeling like there's this you're entering your villain era. How to? It's not so much that you're petty towards them. It just feels like you're in a state of, I know what I deserve, and I'm not going to accept less. It's a little petty. I feel like there's a little pettiness in there. 10, 20% petty. It's understandable. I feel like there's like a lot of toxic back and forth that was going on between you guys, and that you were giving your all as best as you could, and things were just not clicking for some reason. Reconciliation is in store for both of you if you want it. They want it. They just don't know how to go about it, but they want it. They want you. Imagine your person is the man, whether you're man or female. Look at the emotion on the guy's face. Like they desperately want to be with you. And the girl, you're the girl, whether you're a man or woman, just artistically, right? You're almost like a ghost. Like you're not concrete. You're almost part of the clouds. Like they want to be with you, but it's like for whatever reason they can't get a hold of you. They it's they dream about you a lot, and in their dreams everything is perfect, and they know exactly what to say, what to do. I would not be surprised if you suddenly have thoughts about them, where you're like you're going about your day and then suddenly you having like a whole conversation with them in your head. It's probably because you really are having a conversation with them in your head, like telepathically, and it's because they started it. Like they're having a conversation with you and you're answering back, and you probably don't even realize what's going on. They're keeping tabs on you telepathically. So this person, your person, is very psychically linked to you, and they're very psychic. They have very strong psychic powers. I'm being focused to the moon on here, and I'm thinking about the high priestess. They have strong psychic abilities, far stronger than they're aware of. They know, they know there's something going on there, but at the same time, they don't know. They're not truly 100% tapped into their powers. That goes for you as well. You're highly this is a definite, you're the psychic pal. Um they're in my head, I'm seeing the TV show Willow, and um Gamora. What's her name? Gamora? Alora? I forgot her name. But the girl, she doesn't know that she's like the girl with the high priestess girl that could that everybody's been waiting for. And even when she finds out who she is, she doesn't accept it. Like she doesn't realize how powerful she is or how powerful she can be. And even when she starts doing magic, it's nowhere near as powerful as what she can achieve. And for both of you, you guys are both high priest, high priestess, and like I'm being drawn to this card. Like both of you are high priest, high priestess, and you're both exceptional manifestors, clairaudient, clairsentient, clairvoyant, clair whatever. Like go down the list. Check mark, check mark, check mark. Um, you were born into this state. Some people have to learn. No, you were born. You were born this way, and your union and separation, and then union again, and separation again, and union again, and separation again, is a divine path created to awaken both of your powers. In that movie with Will Smith when he's a superhero and Charlize Theron, they're at their strongest when they're separated, and when they're together, they're at their weakest. With you guys, you learn how strong you are when you're separated, so that when you come together, you could be even more powerful. But when you guys are connected, you become docile and you become cognizant. So this inner out energy that you guys both go through since the moment you guys met, and I'm hearing you guys were so destined to meet. Like one way or another, you guys would have met. It would have been through um, going to the same school, a family friend, being at the same job, running into each other on the street. At some point, you guys would have met, and every time you could have met and you didn't, divine purpose rearrange the situation so you guys will meet again. Like it was destined in the stars for you guys to meet at some point in time in your life, knowing that you guys are going to be separated and then come back, separate and come back, separate again. They're saying this is the last big separation for you guys, because this is allowing you to reach your current um Pokemon evolution. Excuse me for the burp. Your current Pokemon evolution, where you reach your your highest level as a Pokemon, and then I guess you move on to another anime, because they're saying that you're going to evolve into your current form, where separation is no longer needed for you to achieve your high power. And then the next form, the next stage is you two uniting and becoming one power source. They're showing me the Selenite Tower in my head, like you guys like forming a rock base that goes up on both sides. So it's like you guys come together like this, and it's through the separation that's causing this, like this rock hard, solid foundation. You guys' relationship will never be traditional once you do unite, assuming that you want to unite. Because at the end of the day, even though this is, I'm burping so much in this reading. Like this is a very highly powerful group of people watching this reading right now. For Pal 2, they're saying that even though it's divinely guided, it's also free will. And if you don't want to be with this person, of course you don't have to be. But at the same time, your spiritual collective and their spiritual collective are kind of, come on, guys, kiss, kiss. They're kind of pushing you guys together. They want me to pull some dice. So it's, they're saying it's going to happen where you're going to have a decision to make, where you guys are going to have like a final meetup, where you guys are going to decide, let me do that again, where you guys are going to decide if you want to be together or not. Union. Divine union. Divine union is in store for you guys. It's inevitable. There's going to be communication coming your way that says hi, in case you can't read it. I'm getting the number 4, 6, like progress from a 4 to a 6. And the word sunshine, you are my sunshine. And I my, like you are my sunshine. and eye for eye. Like there's they felt like in the past like they had to protect themselves from you. They were blaming you for a lot of things. They just assumed that everything that was wrong in their life, there's a lot of gossip involved in this as well. They just assume a lot of things that was going on in their life, it was your fault, and they don't even know why they blame you. Like they're starting to realize maybe it wasn't Pal 2 after all. Maybe it was me. Maybe I picked the wrong people in my life. Maybe. Like they're starting to take more responsibility for their actions. And you as well. You're not innocent in this as either, Pal 2. King of Pentacles. They're ready to step up for you. There was a shift. They feel like they want to protect you in some way. Pal 1 was more like a fairy tale, like in their head. They wanted to protect them, but they weren't actively doing something. King of Pentacles is a grounding energy. And they also have the Nine of Pentacles. They want to do something. Like they want to help out in some major way. Nine of Cups. Let's see what just fell. Ooh. Got it. The Magician. There's more. And the Six of Pentacles. Wow. And they want me to take the top, they said. Nine of Wands, communication, but it's gonna be slow communication. Even though you have the birds flying, I feel like they're taking the long route. But yeah, they could jump on the birds to fly, but they're scared to fly, so they're gonna walk over to you, like the fox on the forest. Even though the geese were like, "You want to ride?" and they were like, "Nah, I'll walk." So communication is gonna slowly seep in. They want to take charge of something. I feel like you gave them an assignment, whether you realize it or not. And in that assignment, they're gonna use that as a way to get back in because everything's been in the abstract, and they needed something grounding to get themselves back in the door. That's your spiritual collective guiding this whole situation. Yours and theirs. Like they're teamed up. Your spiritual collective, their spiritual collective, your ancestors, your guardian angels, however you want to write it. They team up together to guide this and architect this. I don't know if you can see this, but it's like in my eye, it looks like somebody, like a house building in this crystal ball. And then we have the Magician. Remember I told you guys are magical creatures. You guys are manifesting each other to a point that's just, I feel sorry for anybody that tries to break up you guys on a spiritual level or on this plane. Anybody that tries to break up your union, because the backlash is going to be crazy. Ten of Pentacles, but in the reverse. I had this card in Pile 1. In Pile 1, I was just talking about this, like a feeling of, in the abstract, I'm going to come in and save the day. That's what this card gave me when I first pulled it up in Pile 1. It's in the reverse now. They feel you are in some kind of trouble, and they're going to come in to save the day. You are in some big trouble, aren't you? Their energy, their energy is going to help balance this out somehow. I mean, this is a general reading. I can't tell you for sure. I recommend getting a personal reading from me or your favorite tarot reader, preferably for me, magicbutterflyspirit.com. But there is something going on in your life. Star in reverse. I saw it earlier in the deck, but it didn't feel like it wanted to come out at the time. And this is going from you two together to you. What's going on with Pal 2? You're not in your element, the Hermit. You're not in your element. Can you see that? You're hiding from It's not so much you're hiding. There's a situation that feels overwhelming and you don't know how you're going to control it, but you're guided to stop trying to control it. Earlier, I always pull guidance cards, whether I do it on camera or not. I always pull cards that are spirits and energies and angels and so forth as protecting our readings. And I pulled Iset, surrender. And I was talking about this because I did a Patreon reading before this about this albatross. And it feels like you need to surrender something. Like you have something on a chokehold, pal, to. Could be this relationship, it could not be, but it's coming out in this reading. And they want me to tell you the best way for it to progress is if you let it go. And they're saying again, the best way for it to progress is to let it go. You're not facing something. You're not facing how controlling you are. You're hiding behind a facade because you want desperately for something to work out. It can't work out if you keep holding onto it tight because you're choking out the oxygen. Like if I put something over this flame to cover it, it will suck out the oxygen and there won't be a flame anymore. But this whole time, that flame is steadily burning on its own without any aid from me. Like once I lit it, that was it. I didn't have to do anything to add to the fuel of the fire. And you're constantly trying to figure out what can I do to fix the situation? Who can I call? Um, who can I write? What steps can I take? How can I do this? Da 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 da. Instead of just going with the flow. The answers you seek you'll be guided to the answers you seek. Again, you guys are a highly spiritual pal. You will be guided to the answers that you seek. When you get those answers, that's when you act. Of course, don't sit back and do nothing. Like don't. And when I say that, meaning don't stay in your bed all day and hide and hope for the best. But at the same time, um, don't go to the extreme either and try to control every single aspect of the situation because that's not going to work either. All right, I'm going to wrap this up for you, pal, too. The Sun, mutual energy, Page of Cup, and the Queen of Swords. I'll show this to you guys. You have a very strong spiritual collective protecting you, protecting this energy, protecting this relationship. Stop stressing yourself about it. It's gonna unfold the way it's supposed to unfold when it's supposed to unfold. Divine timing is a beautiful thing when it happens, and it's a very frustrating thing to go through because there's no concept of time for divine energy. It's us humans that have concepts of time, but they have no concept of time. It's just more about, it's not about days, weeks, months. It could be tomorrow. It could be as soon as you turn off this video. It could be 2 years from now. It has nothing to do with time. It has to do with things aligning the way they're supposed to align. And there is absolutely nothing you can do to force this alignment. So continue doing your spiritual work, of course, but you're doing your spiritual work for you to grow as a person, not to force the situation. And that goes back to what I was just saying about a chokehold. Like you're forcing the situation. If I do shadow work, if I do this, if I do tarot readings, then and you can't do that. This is going to be divinely played out. You can do that, but it's not going to change the fact that this is going to be divinely played out, and it's just causing the oxygen to get sucked out for the flame to die out, and then it has to be relit and start all over again. Versus if you just let it burn on its own. It's you guys' relationship is an eternal flame. It was lit before the beginning of time. It's never gonna get unlit. Never. So just be at peace. They want me to look at this. I didn't realize this was here. This is the divine feminine. Strong divine feminine energy here, protecting over you. All right, pal, two, that was your reading. I hope you like it. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. If you like a personal reading, if you like the purchase spell candles, if you like to join my Patreon, it's magicalbutterflyspirit.com. Say it with me, guys. Magicalbutterflyspirit.com. Till next time.